back to another episode of Carpe Diem Customs. Just like I promised you guys, we're going to be working on varnishing the boards for the bed of Betty White back here. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so this one's pretty simple. I'll show you a little bit of the process. You guys don't really need to probably see the whole process of varnishing them because it's going to be all the same and it's going to take some time. So for this I have some varnish here. This is spar varnish, and I did it in a matte finish because obviously the truck has the patina look a little bit to it, and I just don't want something too shiny and too flashy in the bed because it won't look right with the rest of the truck. So got my varnish, good old paint can opener, you know. I'm going to try a 3-inch brush. I don't know how well it's going to fit down inside of that can, but I'm going to try it. If not, I have some smaller brushes. Also, too, just to mention, these brushes are for water and oil-based products. So your varnish, that's going to work best with your varnish. So, all right, let's get to it. I also forgot to mention, guys, I just have some 1500 grit sandpaper that after we get our first coat down, we're just going to go over it again to smooth everything down so that there's no rough surfaces. So I'm actually going to start first with my smaller brush, my 1.5 inch brush, because I want to do the ends and also try and get the edges done first. Some of you guys may not like to start there. You may want to start on the larger surfaces. That's just a preference of mine, just so that they're done and I don't have to worry about it. And guys, all you're going to do is just slap it on. Be generous because you want this wood to last. But you don't want to be too generous that it takes forever to dry. This stuff here says it has a flash time of 1 hour. So after 1 hour, I should be able to hit it with a second coat. So another thing, guys, to remember when you're doing this, try to go with the grain whenever possible. It will give you the best look and the smoothest finish. Alright, let's move on to the other end. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did the other end. Like I said, same thing I just did here, so I didn't need to show you that again. So, the edges I'm actually going to worry about a little bit later. I just want to go ahead. Right now I have the boards flipped over so that the side that will be showing when you look inside the bed is facing down right now. I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom sides real quick and get those knocked out. Alright guys, like I said before, just go ahead and dip her in and apply it. Make sure you go with the grain. Alright, so once you get that first coat on, what I like to do is just take the brush and do one long, even stroke all the way down and come back to cover the entire board just to smooth everything out. Maybe some areas where it's thinner, you're brushing it back on and getting it built back up. And you will see it'll suck up some of this quite a bit, so that's what the second coat's going to be for. So after that, just go ahead and keep going and get the rest of your boards. Guys, and one other thing I want to mention, because I actually didn't tell you guys in the first episode, was that these boards, they're actually all oak, if you couldn't tell, and I got them from LMC. That place is absolutely fantastic. I like to do a little bit of woodwork as well, but I just didn't have the time to be able to cut all the grooves and whatnot. And then to be able to make them to work. So it was just much easier, much simpler to be able to get on, type some stuff in the comments. Type some stuff in the search bar and be able to pull up exactly what I needed with the wear strips that go in between all the boards, the nuts, the bolts, anything I needed to be able to make this thing work. They had their in stock ready to go. So definitely a huge shout out to them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this first coat finished up. Once I'm done, I'll show you guys the finished coat. And then after that dries, I'll get you back in here and show you how we're going to do it next. Alright, so I just finished the first coat on almost all of the boards, minus just a few. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. This is going to look pretty good. It's going to look super glossy right now because it's still wet, but once it dries, this is going to look pretty awesome. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's a little wet. You'll notice in the grains it looks a little different. That'll be alright, it's going to come out of there. Look how awesome that grain looks over there. It's one thing I love about oak. And these ones are the ones that do not have any varnish on them yet. So not too bad. Also guys, if you were wondering, the color that I chose, I don't know if I told you before or not, but if not, I'll tell you again. It is ebony. That is the color I chose. A little bit darker wood. I think that's gonna look pretty good with that truck. Alright, so it's been a couple days. We got two coats on the bottom, and I got the boards flipped over. They're all dried, everything. I gave them just a quick sand and wipe down real quick with that 1500 grit sandpaper that I showed you guys. So now we're just going to go ahead and put the first coat on the top side. So this is where we want to be just a little bit more careful, because this is going to be the side that everyone sees when it's in the bed. But at the same time, Betty White has some patina, so if it's a little messed up, it'll look just fine. so we're gonna let these dry a little bit, and then I think the flash time's an hour on them, so we're gonna let them dry a little bit, and then we'll come back. I'll hit them with a light sand real quick, and then we'll get them finished up. So I just want to show you guys, like I said before, how it looks real shiny to start. See how shiny those look? Now that's fresh varnish with just one coat on it. Now let me show you guys what it looks like after that matte finish that I was talking about dries and gets sanded. Nowhere near as much shine. Guys, this is gonna look awesome. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Alright, so we went ahead and got the first coat on the top side of all of our boards. Looking pretty good here. But while we wait for those to dry, I thought I would take you guys in here. And I don't believe that I let you guys hear this thing run yet. Oh. It's been sitting for maybe 2 months now. Has not started, so let's make sure she's gonna run. Just like that. One of the cool things about this is it has a factory instant fuel mileage. Sounds like we got a belt squeak we'll have to address. Now, as you guys can see, you might not be able to tell, but oh, there you go. She smokes a little. So that might just be something we take care of on another episode here. Alright, so I got the second coat of the varnish on. We're just going to let it dry, and then I'm going to hit it with that 1500 grit sandpaper. That's just going to be a quick, knock down the high spots real fast, get everything nice and smooth. And then they'll be ready to install. Right now, we're waiting on the metal strips to go in between. They're actually off at the powder coaters, getting powder coated. I'm not going to tell you guys what color I'm going with just yet. I kind of want to surprise everybody. But other than that, I got the cross members They go under the bed on top of the frame. Those got to get painted real quick. But other than that, we should be ready here within the next few days. Might be a week or so. I got some other projects going on inside the house, but we should be ready to slap this thing back together and finally get Betty White's bed off the sweet lift that I have here. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you guys next time. And if you like the video, make sure you click like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.